All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. This is Daryl Muhammad coming to you live from Houston, Texas for a real estate investor coaching call. We want to give everybody a chance to get on. Make sure you let us know where you're from so we can recognize you as you come on. All right. Niece Soul Purpose, thank you for joining. We want to welcome everybody. Hey, Lisa, good evening to you. All right, all right. I'm sitting in my car outside of Starbucks. Starbucks is closing here shortly, and plus it's real noisy. And I didn't want to have a bad call here. So just come on and hit the screen for some hearts, and let us know that you're present and accounted for. And we're going to get started here shortly for our real estate investor coaching call. I had a Facebook friend of mine by the name of Bertie reach out to me, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity to have a coaching call, a live Periscope or Scope coaching call. And this is basically what he said. He reached out to me. If we can get here to it. I came across 5 units in pretty fair condition for $275,000. I want to discuss it with you, and when is a good time to reach you. So 5 condos, Brother Bertie has 5 condos that he's looking at for $275,000. So we're going to give Bertie a call right now. We're going to put him on speaker. Hopefully you can hear him. And if not, we'll just repeat the question so you can hear the conversation, okay? So let's see if we can go ahead and get Bertie on the line. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Let me tap on the screen if you can hear it, or send me a message, Lisa, if you can hear the phone ringing.
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, Brother Bertie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Daryl Muhammad here, live on Periscope for our coaching call. I just wanted to give you a call. You reached out to me on Facebook stating that you had 5 condos that you were looking at in fair condition for $275,000. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Tell me a little bit about the property. Tell me, the highlights and the points about the property.
Okay. So it's a 5 condo unit. It was built in 1987. What I was told, it was in pretty good condition. Each unit is 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. Each has basement, approximately 1,200 feet each. Central is air, and the rent roll monthly is $3,700 a month. So yearly is $44,400 annually. That's the cash flow.
Okay. All right, good. Now, condos are very unique as far as investment and even ownership, different from single-family home. Now, how big is the complex? How many total units do they have there?
Well, I was told what the property for sale is 5 units, and they all in a row on each other, so they all connected. It seems like it's a complex, but for some reason they're selling off these 5 units. I don't know why. I didn't get that into it. I sent them out a question, find out more information. Like repairs, if there's any.
Okay, so let me make sure, Brother Bertie, let me make sure I understand you. So the 5 is a part of a larger complex, right?
I believe so.
Okay, okay. All right, we're here. Make a couple of notes. You have to know how many units are in the total complex, not just the 5 for sale, but how many total units are part of the entire complex. The 5 plus whatever else is part of the complex, okay? The reason being is because when it comes to financing condos, it's all based on the percentage of owner occupancy for the total complex, not just the 5 that you're purchasing. Because lenders will not lend if it's if it has a very high non-owner occupant level. All right, they frown down on that because it goes from individual home ownership of the condo to more of an apartment complex. Are you there? All right, I think we lost him. Are you there, Bertie?
Yes, I'm here. You're in and out for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what percentage of those 5 units are occupied?
All of them are occupied, and I forgot to mention that they are townhomes.
Okay. Townhome and complex are basically the same thing when it comes to investments.
All right, so it's not one building. There's 5 units, 5 townhomes connected to each other in a row, and all of them are occupied.
Okay. Do you know how long the property been on the market?
Let me check real quick if I can see it. No.
Okay. Now, how did you find out about this property?
Well, I get emails from different investment groups or different groups that they do property and they look for cash buyers or they look for people that's interested in buying and investing on the farm. So that's how I found out to see that.
Okay. All right. Now, do you have, if they were to accept your offer, do you have a way where you're going to finance the property?
That's why I wanted to present it to you guys, because I didn't have any idea about creative finances.
Okay. All right. Well, right off the top, you want to look for hard money lenders. So you want to reach back out to those groups that are sending you those emails and ask them about any hard money lenders or private lenders that will lend on townhouses. All right? That's number 1. Number 2, you want to inquire to see if the owner will finance some of the purchase price or carry back the paper, or what they call owner financing. All right? All right? So that's what you want to find out. Those are your 2 main sources that you're going to use on every transaction that you need financing with. Okay? Now, have you determined the market value of each unit?
Not yet. I don't know how to actually do that yet. With this type of, I know how to do that with multiplex, but I don't know how to do that with this particular situation.
Well, one of the easiest and quickest ways to get an idea is go to Zillow.com, and see what townhomes have sold in that area within the last 6 months.
Okay.
And that'll give you some kind of idea. The other thing that I do is I look at the tax rolls.
Right. I got the tax roll right here. Yes, sir.
Yeah, see what the county tax assessor assesses it at, and the market value is typically a little bit more than that. So I negotiate typically down from that tax assessed amount.
Okay.
But what that tax assessed amount would allow you to do is compare that to what Zillow can provide you and what other real estate agents can provide you. Okay?
Yeah, that should be relatively easy. The tax appraisal value, they got it 36,000.
So 36 times 5 is what?
Like a 180.
And they want 275 for it?
Yeah. That's another question I have. Is that too high? Or they actually too much?
Well, you never offer them what they're asking for unless it's a super sweet deal. But a super sweet deal is not going to last long when they're sending out an email blast like that to everybody.
Right.
So what you want to do when an email blast is sent out like that, or the property is on quote unquote the open market, what you want to do is just make up your mind within 12 hours if you're interested in the property or not. And then if you are, move aggressively to start the negotiation. All right, so at least you'll be one of several people in the negotiation. And preferably you want to be the first one and not the last three or the last two, because you move too slow. So what I would do is I would contact whoever the contact person is on the property, right? And just get as much information you can about the property. And the main question to ask is, why are they selling?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Right? Now, another creative way of financing is to check and see who else owns some of those other units that's part of the complex, and find an individual that owns more than 2 or 3 or 4 and reach out to them and see if they will be interested in help financing the deal or partnering with you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because the more units they can control in that area, the more that they can control the value of the property. And that's how you would sell it to them. Okay, partner with you. He can come up with the cash if there's any cash needed. He can come up with the credit if there's any credit needed. And then he can help out with the management on the back end, since he already owns properties in that complex. But you really have to find out, so the person that's selling it, or the contact person, you can call them and ask them how much total units are part of that complex. And ask them, do you know what percentage is owner occupied versus non-owner occupied? And will the seller be interested in carrying back some of the financing? That's a yes or no question. Yes, they will. No, they won't. Yes, they will. Great. Well, give me some idea. How far out would they go? 5 years, 10 years, or 15 years? I don't know. Well, that means you just put together a one-page proposal and write it up to where the terms benefit you, and you submit that. What I do as an investor, Brother Birdie, is I do a one-page proposal if I don't do a full-blown contract. But when I'm in an initial negotiation, I'll do a one-page offer summary, it's called. Okay? I say I'll do a one-page offer summary outlining my offer. And then if they accept it, then I'll do a full-blown contract. Because that's less time, and you can crank out more of those in a short period of time than you can a full-blown contract. Okay? And when you get my real estate course, The Secrets to Wholesaling, in the forms and contract section of it, you'll see one of those summary offers. Okay? Yeah, so you get my course, and you'll have it in there, a whole lot of forms and flyers and stuff, and in there you will see a form, a one-page summary, and you'll just, copy the format and change the words and change the numbers. Okay? But the key to the whole key, Brother Birdie, to real estate investing is identifying the motivation of the seller.
Okay.
That's the key. You have to identify the motivation of the seller. because that's the issue that you have to solve. You have to answer their why question. They're selling because there's partners that need to cash out. They're selling because they don't want to manage it anymore. That you know, they're getting older now. They want to cash out. They've been holding it for 10, 15 years, and they got a lot of equity in it. So they want to pull some of that equity out because they're older.
Okay.
Another question you ask the contact person is, how long have they owned the property? And that'll give you an idea of the possible equity that they have in it. If they bought it right after the crash of 2008, then they should have bought it at a real good price, and they should have, you know, a lot of equity in it, a lot of, you know, a nice spread.
Right.
5, 10, 15,000 per unit. So 10,000 times 5, that's 50 grand equity that they're looking at. Okay. All right. Anything else I can help you with for this coaching call?
No, sir. Not at the moment. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Hopefully that helped you out, Brother Birdie. And keep me posted on your development. And go on Facebook and let folks know. You know, give a testimony on how you know what you got from the call, what value you got from it, and that'll be your way of you know, showing your appreciation for helping you out. All right. All right. Thank you, sir. Keep me posted.
Okay.
All right. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you heard that call. That was a coaching call with Brother Bertie in Chicago. He's looking at 5 townhomes. He said a condo in the message, the inbox of Facebook, but they're really townhomes, and they're asking $275,000. Now you heard the call, so I'm not going to repeat it. I don't know how clear you heard him, but you heard my response to the questions that I asked him, and there are some key points that you have to make sure that you implement as a real estate investor. And just go back and listen to this scope again, and you can hear what they are. And he said that really helped him out a lot. His main question was about creative financing. One source is hard money. Just Google hard money in the city that you're in. Hard money lenders, Houston. Hard money lenders, Chicago. Hard money lenders, Cleveland. Okay, you Google that and you have all these hard money lenders come up, and we'll cover that during our 13-day training class. Okay, and then the other thing was owner financing. That's where you get the seller of the property to carry back some financing, meaning they act like the bank. They have $50,000 worth of equity. They're willing to carry back or finance to you, the seller, $30,000. Leaving $20,000 cash that they want at closing. Okay? Owner financing is called. And the third thing, which is part of a creative way, is you find other investors. Other investors in general, other investors in specific that own properties in that same complex, in that same area. All right, you pull up the tax rolls, you find out who they are, you reach out to them, preferably telephone. Secondly, letter, preferably telephone, and you call them and you solicit them either for financing or you solicit them as a partner. Okay, as a partner. And let me just say, ladies and gentlemen, it's better that you make 20% on a good deal than 100% on a bad deal, because you don't want to partner with somebody that has more experience. You always want to partner with someone who has more experience early on in your real estate career. All right, so don't be greedy. All right, don't be greedy. Find someone like myself or another investor at a local investors club that will partner with you. It's better that you make 20% on a good deal early in your career, all right, than make 100% on a bad deal early in your career. Okay, so hopefully that helped. And just leave some comments, share it, swipe it, share it, and give me And, oh, I'm back. Give me some hearts, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time. Remember, we're going to start, tomorrow or Saturday, we're going to do a scope. 13 reasons why you never got started in real estate as an investor and how to avoid them, okay? All right, this has been Daryl Muhammad. You can reach me at darylmuhammad.net or secretstoWholesaling.net. And as always, we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, and your nation deserves your very best. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care. God bless.